this as well. So I'll record it with my phone.
Hi, we have one person who's joined.
Okay, guys, we have our friend, I know, Banana Mustek. He's in the group. Neil has joined as well. Welcome, guys. Just give us 1 second. We're going to go live right now. Just inviting other people from the Facebook group community. Hey, Chess, welcome. Hi. So, guys, this is going to be the recurring Sunday live group coaching calls. What I hope to get out of this is to help as many people as possible get their questions answered around breaking into tech sales, around the tech industry, the interview process. We can review your CVs, we can review your LinkedIn profiles, we can give you the best job sites. It really is like an open forum for anyone to jump on or ask questions in the comments section. So if you want to jump on as a guest, we'll invite you. You can come on the live, share your CV with us or share your LinkedIn profile or ask any questions that you have. Or if you're too shy and you don't want to jump on the live, then comment down below what questions you have so we can start answering your questions for you. So I know that our friend Michael had his CV that he posted in the WhatsApp group and actually reviewed it for him. So he just needs to update it. I don't know if he's done that already. Neo, I think, is a little bit new to the group. So welcome, Neo. Brady, I think he messaged me on TikTok yesterday. So if you have any questions, Brady, comment it below. Banana, the banana guy, yeah, these guys are randomers. You can delete these. Yeah, this decline. Yeah, so I'm just trying to see. So Banana, the guy with the banana username, you've been in the group for a while, so feel free to ask any questions that you have, my friend. I know that you're a software engineer in South Africa and you're trying to break into tech sales and leave the software engineering job behind. So if you have any questions, comment it below and we'll answer it. So let's get going. We should have a few more people joining from the Facebook community as well. And quite a few people from the WhatsApp group as well. Let me just record this. So how are we going to record this?
Okay, nice. Thanks, Michael.
Okay, cool, Michael. Yeah, good. I'm hoping you've fixed your CV based on the feedback that I gave you. And I hope that now you're in the process of actually applying to jobs. So a lot of people here, everyone has the same questions. What are the best job sites? How do I fix my CV? And all that kind of stuff. Once you fix your CV and once you use the 49-page guide that we've given you, fix your LinkedIn profile, and then actually start applying to jobs. Talk to recruiters. Recruiters are incentivized to help you get a job. So once you speak to them, they will put you in front of loads and loads of jobs and loads of companies. So that's pretty much the entire process. And then over time, you're going to get better and better throughout the interview process.
Oh, I've just got a message on WhatsApp. I'll respond to that after the live.
Well, I think that person wants their CV reviewed.
That's okay, yeah. I don't know if they're on the live though.
No, you have to go on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do it from here actually.
So we've got one community member that I think they want their CV reviewed. You can share it here. Ask the person, then you can share it with you on WhatsApp. So we will review their CV. If anyone has any questions, by the way, feel free to comment it below. Or if you want to jump on the live as a guest, then I guess just put your hand up and I'll add you as a guest to the live so you can answer any questions that you have live. By the way, if you don't know, my name is Milan. This is Laura. I've been in sales for about 6 years, tech sales for about 4 years. I started off... my name is Milan. This is Laura. I've been in sales for about 6 years, tech sales for about 4 years. I started off, doing my first ever sales job in 2020. Doing my first ever sales job in 2020, making a grand total of $30,000, right? Busting my ass off, working 14 hours a day. And I basically took myself from that $30,000, right? busting my ass off, working 14 hours a day. And I basically took myself from that situation to breaking into the tech industry as a sales executive. I doubled my, almost tripled as a sales executive. I doubled my, almost tripled my salary actually in 2021, because I went from a shitty sales job, which I was making $30,000 a year, to over $100,000 a year with my bonus in my first ever tech sales job. And then I left that startup in 2024 after being there for about 2 years to join a way bigger AI company, and I basically doubled and a half my salary again. So basically we created this community to help people break into tech and change their lives as well. So our friend Banana Mustek is asking, can you maybe give us an idea of what type of industry specific questions one might expect? So because you're trying to break into tech sales, Banana.
I don't think it's Banana.
What's his name? Because you're trying to break into tech sales, Banana.
I don't think it's Banana.
What's his name?
I don't know. What's your... Because it's the username. What's your name? It's definitely not Banana.
Okay.
I don't know why
That's fine. So
sorry.
The kind of questions that you can expect is specifically for tech sales is stuff like, what sales methodologies are you familiar with? So are you familiar with the BANT sales methodology? Are you familiar with the value selling methodology, solution selling? There's a few other really big ones that interviewers and hiring managers expect you to know. So they basically expect you to know those things. Other specific industry questions they might ask you is like, how much experience do you have in B2B sales? Like how much experience do you have in cold calling, cold emails, building relationships on LinkedIn? How much experience do you have in taking a prospect from a prospect to a closed deal? What kind of sales cycle on LinkedIn? How much experience do you have in taking a prospect from a prospect to a closed deal? What kind of sales cycles have you worked in? Have you worked in a really short sales cycle of selling a $10,000 product? Or have you worked in a company where you've had a huge sales cycle that took about a year and you're selling $1 million product? So those are just some of the industry, and you're selling $1 million product, and you're selling $1 million product. So those are just some of the industry. So those are just some of the industry tech sales industry specific questions that you might get asked. But because and you're selling $1 million product, so those are just some of the industry tech sales industry specific questions that you might get asked. But because you're going to be joining as a SDR, so those are just some of the industry tech sales industry specific questions that you might get asked. But because you're going to be joining as a SDR, you want a 9-page guide that I shared with you guys. I think I have some links where you can actually learn a little bit more about the sales methodologies. But generally speaking, if you want to learn a little bit more about tech sales and the tech sales industry, learn a little bit more about the sales methodologies. But generally speaking, if you want to learn a little bit more about tech sales and the tech sales industry, sales methodologies. But generally speaking, if you want to learn a little bit more about tech sales and the tech sales industry, if you don't know, Laura has her own TikTok channel. It's called Laura Tech Sales. This is where we're doing the live. So Laura has been has worked in the legal industry for about 8 years. Couple of years as a paralegal, and now she's about to qualify as a qualified solicitor in the UK. Once you do your law degree, you get a LPC and all that crap. You get a training contract at a law firm, and you do that for about 2 years. Then you become a qualified solicitor. But she's sick and tired of that industry. The money is really bad. You don't make any money as a lawyer. Frankly, she's on less than 50K a year, and she works more hours than me, and she has to go to an actual office. So she's quitting, and we recently updated her CV so that it's better suited for the tech sales or the tech industry. So we've added a lot more like metrics. We've added a lot more skills and keywords around sales and tech. We've added those sales methodologies under her skills and achievements. We've made it into one page. We've updated her LinkedIn profile to, again, highlight those main keywords that recruiters are going to be looking for. And the next step is going to be obviously sending her CV to 20, 30, 40, 50 recruiters, and then they will actually introduce her to those companies that are hiring. So we can review this guy's CV. Obviously, don't mention his name. Yeah. You can just pull up his CV right now. So one of the community members shared his CV. By the way, if you share your CV, firstly, we won't call out your name. And then secondly, what you can do is you can actually hide your name and your email address and your phone number and your city that you live in.
Shall I ask him if he wants it reviewed on the live?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. So we can ask him that. So yeah, if you guys want your CVs reviewed, please comment below. If you have any questions, please comment below. We can answer that as well.
let's just wait. NW, that means no worries, right?
Yeah. I think we can just review
Okay.
CVs. Yeah. Okay. So, first thing, this guy has a personal summary at the top of his CV. You don't need that. You do not need a personal summary profile. No one cares about that. No one's going to read that. He has a really good degree, which
That's
is...
something you took out of mine as well.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. Yeah. The good thing about this guy's CV is that it's already... Is it 1 page? Okay, it's 2 pages, of course. Cut it to 1 page. Keep it to 1 page. Nobody in 2024 is reading a 2-page CV. I can guarantee you that, okay? In fact, at my current job, I interview new SDRs and salespeople that are coming into the company that I'm working in. And if they have a 2-page CV, I don't read it. I don't give a fuck, right? No one's going to read your CV. So so cut it down to 1 pages from 2 pages. And then he's got his qualifications.
I think that bit.
So the other thing I would say, my friend, is you want to put your education and qualifications at the bottom after your work experience. Put your work experience at the top because you're applying to jobs now and not universities, right? It's HS's CV he's making.
Of course.
So just
makes sense.
put work experience at the top, get rid of personal profile and personal summary, and then what you want to do...
It is, Banana, it's been recorded, so it'll probably be posted on the Facebook group.
I don't think it's being recorded.
It gets recorded.
Oh,
on TikTok,
yeah.
So
Okay, perfect.
We'll post it, yeah. No, that's fine.
Yeah.
After we've done reviewing the CV, you can even ask us again what you missed, and I'm sure you'll be happy to go over that.
Yeah, of course. By the way, we do this every Sunday at 9 p.m. and every Wednesday at 9 p.m. UK time. So every single Wednesday, every single Sunday forever, we're going to be doing this. Anyway, going back to this guy's CV, it seems like, is he still at university? Okay, I think he's finishing university right now. Just 1 second. I think he's still finishing university. But he's done 1 summer job as a software developer, and then he did another job remote for another company, and a case worker, customer service agent. Okay, listen, HS. So take out the...
he said he finished last month, so... Okay,
perfect. So what you want to do, HS, is you want to put the software developer... So the software developer role... No, don't scroll up. The software developer role that you did, that job, you want to think about what changes or what accomplishments and results and achievements you had in this particular job. You've added all the programming languages they use. Fantastic. But did you change the code of the website that increased sales by 89%? Did you change the code of the website that decreased the lag time by 79% and therefore it increased sales by 73%? Did you create some sort of a tool or an internal tool or an external tool that improved the customer service response time by 300%? Therefore reducing customer service tickets by 700%. You want to add things in there that you did that no one else could do, and therefore you made a huge impact in the company that you're working for in that particular role. Okay? The 3 bullet points thing is good. Let's go to his second role. So the second role that you've added here in your CV, the complaints handler, again, that needs a lot of work. Okay? So you've added in there, handle customer complaints efficiently and professionally. No one cares about that. Okay? Think about how many other complaints handlers were there, okay? This placement was more independent learning, not really helping the company. That's fine. That's okay. Cool. That's fine. But still...
He doesn't enjoy it.
That's fine. No, that's okay. You still want to... HS, you still want to do those things because otherwise it's going to be harder for you to get interviews. So do whatever you can, okay? Just add whatever you can in that software developer role that you did. What uplift did you create for the company? What results did you have? You can't just say, I used HTML and CSS and I was great. Well, what was the result, right? Moving on from that into the second job that he's added as a complaints handler. Again, you've just said handled customer complaints efficiently and professionally. That's not good enough. So think about how many other complaints handlers were there. Was there 1,000? Was there 300? Was there 800? Was there 15? Was there 5? How good were you compared to the other 700 or 300 or 2 other complaints handlers? Were you the best one? Were you rated the 5 out of 5? Were you rated 4 out of 4? Did you create a system or an efficient process that improved customer service experience by 78%? Did you take the company's rating online from 3.5 to 4.3? What did you do? What results did it have? What achievements did you actually accomplish? The other thing I would say about the complaints handler job here, by the way, HS, is that this is a good opportunity for you to like sneak in those sales words that's going to help you get past the screening process that a lot of these companies use. So you can add in there presentation, communication, negotiation, customer complaints, customer service. Add those keywords in there so that your CV gets past the what is it called? ATS software that a lot of these companies use, and they are looking for specific keywords. Because you're applying for tech sales jobs, they're looking for presentation, negotiation, communication, closing, customer service. You get the drift.
Why don't you explain to them a little bit, like really briefly, about ATS, because that video's not gone live yet. It's coming out this week, but so the ATS system, an ATS software. You can Google this, right? It'll take you 3 seconds, but it's a software that companies use to filter through thousands of applications. So for example, I interned at Google, right? So Google had 100 interns from over 100,000 applications in 2019. And do you really think that HR people are going to sit down and go through over 100,000 applications? No, they have an ATS software that filters out from 100,000 applications to 1,000, and then the HR or the hiring manager looks at it, and then that goes from 1,000 to 500, and then the 500 gets interviewed, and then it goes to 100. Okay, that's what ATS software is. It gets rid of the shit applications, and it only puts through the good applications. And the main way that these ATS softwares look at your CV is by looking at the keywords that you have in your CV, and it tries to match it to the job description. So if the CV doesn't have a lot of keywords that the job description has, you're not going to get past that ATS software, right? So that's why he's saying you should put them buzzwords within that job description.
Exactly.
Why don't you click don't show for 10 minutes?
Exactly. Okay, so then the caseworker, the job that you did, HS, again, it's a good opportunity for you to put in those buzzwords, my friend. You've just talked about working for a critical frontline service. Again, no one cares about that, right? Like, I don't care what you did. I care about what results, impact, accomplishments, uplift you had in that business. Think about if you were hiring a sales guy in your company. What would you care about? Like, we're going to start hiring salespeople for our business, right? And in my current company that I work at, I interview salespeople. I interview engineers. Do I care about what job title they had before? No, I care about how accomplished they are, what results they generated, how much they're going to grow my business. So you gotta put in those data, those KPIs, those metrics that you produce in that case worker job that you did.
So is that like something like critical frontline service resulting in saving X amount of lives?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Like, exceeded hourly call targets by how much? 300%, 400%, 25%? 60 hours, 100 hours? Were you the best caseworker of all time, or were you the worst caseworker of all time? Like, that's what people care about. If you think about the tech sales industry is very competitive. They only want to hire the best of the best of the best of the best. You're not getting a 6-figure salary because you look pretty. You're going to get a 6-figure salary because you can produce results. You can close deals, okay? That's why you get a 6-figure salary, not because you can sit there and look pretty, all right? Then the customer service agent job that you did, again, really good job here that you've got on your CV. You need to add in there, and it's a really well-known brand name that you work for as well. Talk about how much results you generated. Were you the best customer service agent? Were you in the top 10%, top 80%, top 55%? Did you get promoted? Did you create a process that helped other customer service agents? And on top of that, add those sales related keywords, right? Presentation, communication, negotiation, cold calling, cold emails,
LinkedIn messaging, relationship building, customer service. You've added none of that, by the way. And then you've got technical skills, which is fine. Additional skills. The additional skills need a little bit of work. I would add in there again the main keywords that hiring managers are looking for in the tech sales job that you're applying for. Okay, you don't need referees available on request. No one cares about that. So yeah, I mean that's a lot of feedback, but use the template in the 49-page guide, HS. You will be like 80 to 90% of the way there. Join the next live, ask me to review it again, and then you should be able to go and apply for jobs.
What about interests?
Oh yeah, you haven't actually added any interests, accomplishments, achievements. There's nothing in here, HS, that's going to make you stand out, besides the fact that you went to a good university and you did a good degree. That's the only thing that's going to make you stand out, by the way. But the problem is, there's probably going to be 1,000 other young people that went to a good university and did a good degree. So then you're competing with those guys as well. So add interests, accomplishments, passions. Were you the captain of the school football team? Did you raise $10,000 for charity? Did you create a online Facebook group that grew to 5,000 people? Did you hike the biggest mountain in the UK? Did you go on Interrail? What did you do that's going to make you stand out and make you look interesting, right? Well, where's your personality? You need to add that in there.
It's also really good conversation starter in interviews, I've found, having the interest section in there. But also don't make it up, because you might get questioned on it. Yeah,
don't make it up. Don't make it up. Cool. I think that's a lot of feedback for HS. I think he's got a good profile. You're not going to have a problem getting a good job. HS. Yeah, we can look at your LinkedIn profile. Just share it to Laura on WhatsApp, and we can have a quick look. By the way, does anyone else have any questions, feedback?
You might want to screenshot it, because I don't know how we're going to access it unless it's a public profile.
Yeah, HS, you want to just take a screenshot of your LinkedIn profile and then post that screenshot on WhatsApp to Laura, and then we can have a quick look at your profile as well. Let's see who else is here. How do you check who else is here? I think there was another question here, by the way, from someone.
Someone said.
So Brady said, my sales experience is somewhere between nothing and zero, working as an analyst in finance. Look, Brady, you can definitely get into sales, my friend. You just need to rewrite your CV and talk about metrics. You work in a perfect job. Your entire job is metrics, KPIs, results. And the good thing is, just like finance, sales is high pressure. It's like bam, bam, bam. You produce results, close deals, get shit done, work hard, make a ton of money. It's a performance-based job. So you don't actually need specific sales experience, Brady. I'm sure you've done presentations. I'm sure you've talked to clients. I'm sure you've talked to your internal team members and convinced them of something. Add those examples in there. And then, I mean, I'm not sure what kind of a tech sales job you want to get, but if you want to get an SDR job, which pays you $50,000 to $100,000 a year, you don't actually need any sales experience. You just need a degree. And because you're already quite professional, you'll get loads of interviews. You won't have a problem in terms of getting interviews at all.
HS, could you also just because I can only see the top part of it, would you be able to do your whole profile?
Yeah. So just looking at his profile right now, you have put in there open to work, software engineer, junior software engineer. So change those to SDR, BDR, account executive, sales executive, salesperson, right? That's the first thing you should be changing, HS. And then the second thing you want to be doing, my friend, is updating your title. So software engineering graduate, seeking tech sales job opportunities, or tech sales roles, or SDR roles, or BDR roles, okay? Those are like quick fixes that you can do. And then open to work is fine on your profile as well. It's okay. It's
but
not a
has
big
he
deal.
selected the right buzzwords within that?
So open to work, you just add what kind of jobs you're looking for.
Right, okay.
Yeah, there's no other buzzwords in there. So I think he sent out the screenshot as well.
Oh, no, I
Okay.
don't have it. So yeah, if you could send your
Yeah, so Brady,
experience.
because you've already worked with Dell, Cisco, GE, and Expedia, I'm sure you have a lot of people that you know in there. I would just try and get introductions from those guys that you've worked with to the hiring managers. So one of the best people one of my best students, Pakchak, who I did a YouTube video with, you can check it out on my channel. He basically went from a year's worth of software engineering experience and making 33K a year to getting a $75,000 OTE on targets earning tech sales job in a couple of weeks. Because what he did was he actually DM'd 10, 20, 30 people a week. He got on coffee chats with them, and then he convinced them to put him through the interview process. Okay, and he had like 5 tech sales offers in the end, right? He had 5 tech sales offers in the end, and he picked the best possible one. So he doubled and a half his salary in literally a couple of weeks, and now he's working remotely, making around $75,000 on target earnings and a base of $50,000. And this guy didn't even finish university. He's 22. You can watch the recording on YouTube, and you'll see that you actually don't need that much experience to break into this.
So he sent like a screen recording of all of his profile.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't know if he's public or private as well. So just make sure you're public on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And then here you go. Well, do you want to have a?
Yeah. So let's have a look. So we're just looking at HS's LinkedIn profile right now. So just stop there. So your About Me section, HS, is not good. So you've said, as a recent software engineering graduate, I'm constantly looking for ways to improve my skills and get real world experience. So that's not a good enough summary. It's missing a lot of the main keywords like sales development representative, business development representative, sales executive. So the way that you should create your About Me section, by the way, is you should have what you've done in the past, what you're doing now, and what you would hope to do. So you could talk about, I was a software engineering student, I did a software engineering job, I realized I didn't like it, but I like tech, so I'm looking to break into the tech sales industry, and I'm looking for sales development roles or business development roles or account executive roles or sales executive roles in XYZ industries. Please contact me if you're looking for if you're hiring for those kind of opportunities recruiters are searching for. So right now I get like 10 DMs a week on LinkedIn for jobs that pay 200-300K a year, okay? And it's because my LinkedIn profile is highly optimized for enterprise sales executive, account executive, business development representative, tech sales, AI sales, that kind of shit, right? I've got a really good profile summary. I've got really good bullet points in my bio, in my job descriptions on LinkedIn. And I always leave it open to work. Because I know that recruiters will reach out to me, all right?
Do you know what? That's so important as well, because I got a few DMs in my LinkedIn, and I remember one of them spelt my name wrong. And then they sent another message spelling it wrong, and I got annoyed, so I corrected them in the spelling. And then he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it was automated." So that just goes to show you that it's so important to make sure that your LinkedIn is optimized, because you're going to be getting everyone's using automation through it as well.
Yeah.
So you want your profile to be popping up constantly.
Yeah, exactly. Recruiters are searching for people to interview for companies every single day. So when I left my previous AI startup that I was working in as an account executive, making close to 100K a year, I interviewed with about 100 companies before I got my current job at another company in 2024. What I did was I literally spent weeks and weeks and weeks optimizing my LinkedIn profile, and then a couple of weeks of just calling, emailing, and messaging recruiters on LinkedIn. They gave me about 50 of those opportunities. The other 50 came from me just applying online. But you got to remember, people hire people that they know, people hire people that they like, and you will get a lot better and a lot more opportunities inbound than going outbound and applying for generic jobs on those job websites, because the competition is too fierce, right?
Is that that's like a referral, right?
Yeah.
And they say that's like, you're like literally against someone who's non-referred, you're pretty much likely to get to the end stage.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, once you know like 10, 15, 20 recruiters, you will never have to... Eon, if you want your LinkedIn to be reviewed, please send a screenshot or a screen recording to Laura or me on WhatsApp. I'll do that for you. So once you have connections with recruiters and hiring managers on LinkedIn, and about 10 to 20 of them, you will never ever have to apply to a single job ever again in your entire life. Let's imagine that I get fired tomorrow. I have 25 recruiters on WhatsApp and on LinkedIn. I have 10 to 15 other hiring managers at other competing companies, AI companies similar to the one that I work for. All I have to do is call every single one of them up, and I can guarantee you in a month from now, I will get another job which will pay similar or even more than the one that I have right now. So you really need to build those relationships, and it starts with fixing your LinkedIn profile.
Do you want to go to the next?
Yeah.
Sorry, he's got top skills as well.
Top skills. So that's fine, HS, but you need to add some communication, presentation, negotiation, or sales related skills in there as well. I know you haven't necessarily done a sales job, but you've done quite a few customer service jobs, and customer service is kind of similar to sales. So add in there like customer service, presentation, negotiation, customer care, handling inquiries, fixing customer problems, problem solving, right? That's what sales is.
Even if he hasn't done it again, like it's all about making sure you pop up, your profile pops up.
Yep.
Okay, next part is here, I think.
No, if you click play. So we're looking at HS's experiences right now. Yep, you can stop there. So none of your experiences on LinkedIn HS have any bullet points or descriptions of what you did. So you need to make sure that once you fix your CV, that once you have all those metrics and KPIs and uplifts and achievements and results and percentages in your CV under each job description, you want to copy and paste that into your LinkedIn profile under each job in bullet points, so that again, it's optimized for those keywords and it actually shows people what you did, right? So for example, like your job as a complaints handler, you could have been, for as far as I know, the worst complaints handler of all time, and you probably got fired, right? Like, what did you do, right? What was the result? What was the uplift? Software developer, again, nothing. You've added literally nothing in there except some skills. And then a caseworker, there's no bullet points describing what you did. The other customer service rep job that you did doesn't describe what you did at that job and how good you were. So a lot of basic things to fix there, HS. Use the guide and the step-by-step process about fixing your LinkedIn profile on the 49-page guide, and then come back for another review of your LinkedIn profile and your CV. Let's go to the next person. I think Eon will probably send his LinkedIn profile for a review as well. Okay, that's a different person.
Yeah, I'm not sure. No problem, you're welcome, HS. I'm not sure if Eon has access to our WhatsApp community. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Eon, if you're not in the WhatsApp community, my friend, then you need to join the WhatsApp community. Or if you want, you can jump on as a guest on here, and you don't have to share your screen, but you can just tell us what your LinkedIn profile looks like, and then I can tell you what you need to fix. Brady, I think he wanted his CV reviewed or LinkedIn reviewed as well. Happy to do that for you. Just ping me your CV and your LinkedIn profile. Let's just have a look.
It should be there. Okay. Is it already?
I'm a danger.
Is this Eon's? Oh no, that's Michael. HS is asking, are tech sales roles usually 9 to 5 or more hours required? Ian, we have not received your CV.
Yes, so HS, a lot of the tech sales jobs that I've personally done are 9 to 5, 9 to 6. If you work remotely, you can pretty much, if there's no morning meetings, you can pretty much start even at 10 a.m. Right now I start a little bit late, so like 10, 11 a.m., but I finish a little bit late, like 7, 8 p.m. because I work till late in the evening. But generally speaking, I would say it's about 9 to 6, 10 to 6, or 9 to 7 sometimes. Really depends on the company they work for. If you compare that to the hours in finance or to law or to like, I don't know what other jobs there are that pay a lot of money, it's nothing. Like, I have loads of friends that work in finance and investment banking. They work like 18 hours a day, 14 hours a day. He sent his CV. 21 hours a day. My ex-roommate worked at Goldman Sachs. This guy wouldn't shower for 3 days for a £70,000 a year job. okay, and I'm making 5 times more than that almost, and I shower every day, right? And I work remotely. But obviously, you know, the other side of it, the other way of looking at that is that he worked at Goldman Sachs. He's obviously going to have crazy opportunities in the future, and that's totally fair. That's totally true. But it is what it is. Yeah, so if you work for a fully remote company, HS, you can totally travel. So right now, I work for a company based in London, but I'm not in London. I live in a different part of the UK right now. For the next 6 months, we're going to around 6 different places. And that's because I work for a fully remote company. So it really depends. If you work for a fully remote company, you can pretty much go and work from anywhere you want in the world. You know, a lot of finance jobs and law jobs and government-based jobs require you to be in the company because you're dealing with highly sensitive information. But when you work in tech sales, you're not dealing with anything, right? You're just talking to customers. You're not dealing with sensitive information. You can be anywhere you want to be to do the job.
That's one thing I'm excited about as well, because I'm actually not allowed to work outside of the UK. Even on the days that I work from home, there's like some kind of a legal requirement.
Just move a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to swap seats?
Sorry, guys. Just need to get a better setup here. Okay. Cool. So, Eon, my friend, you have a really good profile. I saw your intro in the WhatsApp group. You're working in, I think, PR, you said, in VC. So let's have a look. So again, professional certificates, I don't think you need that at the top. I personally just put work experience straight at the top because that's what people care about. And then, so I would put the professional certificates, if you want to put it at the bottom, right? Just put work experience at the top. You've got VC Scout Executive as your first job, advisory. Evaluated, secured, design and optimize. Yes, okay. The first one is quite good. The VC Scout Executive job bullet points that you've got in there, Eon. It's exactly how it should be, right? So you talk about exactly what kind of results you had in that job. So you talk about how you got 20 new investors, right? You cultivated a network of 500 founders. The only thing that I would add in there, Eon, is like maybe a few like keywords around like sales related stuff. So maybe you could talk about, you can add in there keywords like presentation, negotiation, outreach, outbound, inbound, customer relationship management. You've added the CRM type of keyword in there, which is good. But overall, very solid. Project manager, there's too many bullet points in the project manager job, Ian, to keep it to 3 to 4 bullet points. That's too many bullet points that you have in there. So for example, generated over $25,000 in a collaborative revenue for clients. That should be your top bullet point, okay? Like that should be your top $250,000. That should be your top bullet point at the top. Then that will show the hiring manager, this guy can generate revenue. He's clearly generated $250,000 for clients in 2022, 2023. That should be your main bullet point. But the other thing I would add in there, Eon, is like, instead of saying generated over to it, so you could talk about, you did XYZ that generated $250,000, and that was better than X year or Y year by this much. So for example, you could be like, through LinkedIn outbound and cold calling, I generated $250,000 for clients in 2023, which was a 79% uplift compared to 2021, right? Now, all of a sudden, I'm talking about how I generated the $250,000 and why I did such a good job because of the percentage uplift that you produced, okay? The thing about lived in Montreal for a year, I wouldn't really add that in there, Eon. It's not really adding any value. And then the rest of it is fine. Just cut it down to 3 to 4 bullet points. Operations intern. Let's have a look at the operations intern. You haven't added any metrics in the operations intern job. And I know it's difficult, by the way, for internship jobs to add metrics and KPIs and results because you're only in there for a couple of months, right? But still, you're an operations intern. Again, it's a numbers, data-driven type of job. Talk about some of the results and accomplishments and achievements you had, okay? Skills and interests. English good, French good. Soft skills, Okay, that's good. Hard skills, financial modeling, investment analysis, market research, deal sourcing, project management. I would just sneak in there words like presentation, negotiation, because as a VC, working in a VC, you're negotiating all day, right? Your entire job is like negotiating with different parties to close a deal. Add in there presentation, communication, sales, closing, what is it called? Public speaking, right? Like add those things in there. Tech skills, advanced Excel, Python, SQL, really, 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 really good. Okay, you're not gonna have any problem getting a job, Ian, because you've got, until you obviously you have to fix these things that I talked about, because you've got the tech skills and you got the hard skills and you got the soft skills. Okay, so that's really good. Hobbies, you want to add something else in there, Ian. That's gonna make you stand out. So pretty much everybody watching this live and everybody else in the world is going to be adding writing, reading, business, football, music. You want to pick one or two things. So maybe you played football at a regional level. Maybe you played football at a university level. Maybe you played football at a world level. Maybe you were a top. Maybe you were like the top music student in your university, or maybe you traveled across 79 countries backpacking. Like add 2 to 3 hobbies in there and talk about why you were so incredible in those hobbies. Okay, it's not just good enough to say I went traveling. Anyone can go traveling. What did you do that makes you so special that I'm going to give you my time and talk to you if I'm a hiring manager at a tech company? But yeah, your profile is really good, Ian. I would just make those changes. Start hitting up recruiters on LinkedIn after you fix your LinkedIn profile as well. Get those interviews. Record every single interview. Reach out to more companies and keep posting about your progress in the community, brother. You're going to do fine.
He's got his LinkedIn.
Yeah, we can look at Ian's LinkedIn profile quickly and then we can go to some other people. So he's saying empowering creators and innovators, one VC scout, investor relations, apply to get investment. So because you're at a job right now, Ian, it's a little bit difficult to obviously say looking for a sales role, right? So obviously you don't want to do that because your manager might get pissed off. But the first thing you can do is click open to work, recruiters only, add in there sales executive, account executive, SDR, BDR, enterprise sales executive, so that the hiring managers can see that you're looking for work.
I think that's important as well to verify it.
Yeah, if you can verify yourself, definitely verify yourself as well. Click play. If you want your CV and your LinkedIn profile reviewed, by the way, comment in the comment section below and then we can do that for you as well.
So let me just go back a tiny bit.
Yeah, just let it play. Yeah, about me. So we can't actually see your about me section, Ian, so I don't really know what to say about that. Keep playing that.
You just have to click see more before you send another screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh, there,
okay,
he
perfect,
already
yeah.
did it.
So you're talking about VCs, exec, outside of finance. Yeah, not a bad about me section. Talk a little bit more about like what deals you closed, what results and impact you had in that VC that you're working in, some metrics, some data, and try and sneak in those specific skills and keywords for sales. Obviously, don't say you're looking for sales roles because again, your manager will see this, but try and sneak in those keywords. But otherwise, it's pretty good. It's fine. We're looking at his the rest of his LinkedIn profile now as well. Yeah, just keep going. Yeah, so VC Scout, you haven't added anything in there, like what you did, what results it had, what impact you had in the business, how many deals you closed, how much revenue you generated, how much money you saved, how many deals you brought in, how many deals you sourced, how many deals came to you. Like working in VC or in a venture capital firm is very similar to working in sales. It's a results, performance-based business. What results did you achieve and how good was your performance? Think about it like that, okay? So I think that's enough for Ian. If does anyone else want their CV or LinkedIn profiles reviewed, please comment below. We go live every single week, guys, every single Sunday, every single Wednesday. Happy to review yours, happy to give you feedback on your CV and your LinkedIn profile. Ian, no worries, my friend. Fix your CV, fix your LinkedIn profile. Come back next week, and then I'll have a look at it again and give you more feedback. Yeah, so I think one more person Okay, that was Ian. That's fine. Okay, so does anyone else have any questions, any feedback, any comments about the interview process? How to break into tech? What's the pay like? What's the salaries like? What to look out for? What websites to use? Anything, feel free to comment below. Let's see. Okay, can we see who's watching this right now? So we have
That's just.
Deborah, Eon, Apple, Maddie. Okay, cool. Let's see who else is on the WhatsApp group. Yeah, we'll probably finish the live in about 20 minutes, guys. Would it be great to know how you target recruiters to message? Yeah, totally. So in the 49-page guide, Ian, we have a entire section about how to find recruiters and how to message them. It's under this section, how to get interviews using LinkedIn on automation, pretty much. So what you're looking for is, the first thing you want to do, Ian, is fix your CV like we talked about. Make a specific one for sales. Do as much work as you can on your LinkedIn profile. And then it's really simple. What you want to do is you want to go to LinkedIn, type in SaaS sales recruiter, and then look at some suggestions that pop up. And then you basically want to reach out to people that have a title that says SaaS sales recruiter or go-to-market recruiter or hiring for tech companies in sales. And then you want to basically start connecting with them. And so what I would do is I would connect with 10 of them a day. And then don't send a note in that connection because that has a low response rate. What you want to do instead is use a script. And again, I think we have that in the 49-page guide. But for example, it would be like, hey, Ian, I saw that you're hiring for tech companies in sales. I would love to chat. Here's my CV. Let me know if you'd be open to speaking. It's as simple as that, right? And again, it's more about the volume than the exact message that you send. So you want to be connecting with 10 to 20 recruiters a day, messaging 10 to 20 recruiters a day. In a month from now, you'll have 100 recruiter connections. And again, guys, it's the recruiter's job to get you a job. They make money when you make money. They won't charge you anything. And again, I had some of the best, actually one of the best companies that interviewed me, Monday.com, is a really good tech company. They were paying for this job. The base salary was £125,000. It was a very junior role, by the way. It was a very junior role. This is in January 2024. I would have never got that interview if I didn't speak to this recruiter. This recruiter brought me one of the craziest opportunities ever. The base salary alone was about £125,000, which is about $150,000, right? And that's a lot of money, right? And I'm not even talking about the on-target earnings or the bonus. I think in total it would have been over $300,000 for that kind of opportunity. I would have never got that interview, but the reason I got it is because I reached out to loads of recruiters. I built loads and loads of relationships with loads of recruiters, and they brought me the best opportunities that would have taken me months to get if I was just applying via cold websites online.
Like Indeed.
Yeah, don't use Indeed, don't use Monster Jobs, use specific tech job sites like remote.com, Remote Jobs, Otter Jobs, LinkedIn Jobs, Wowfund. Those are the main ones. There's also startup type of job sites like Y Combinator Jobs.
This is Web3 as well, I think.
There's Web3 jobs as well. It's literally called web3jobs.com. Those are the main type of job sites that you're looking to use. Because one, the competition is very low. Very few people know about Otter. Very few people know about Wellfund. Very few people know about remotejobs.com. Every guy knows about Indeed. Everybody applies to Indeed. Everybody uses Monster Jobs. And they are full of crap. Loads of MLM, spammy jobs from very, very bad companies. No reputable companies posting on Indeed. I can guarantee you that.
Isn't it the first website?
Oh shit.
Job site that pops up whenever you put in a role.
Yeah.
Don't type in tech jobs, and then press enter on Google. Do not do that.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're not gonna get any good results with that. So, any questions, guys? Any questions? Cool, Ian. Good luck, my friend. Let me know how it goes. Let me know if we can help. By the way, we do this every Sunday 9 p.m. every Wednesday 9 p.m. UK time. We have a WhatsApp group. We have a Facebook group. We We have a 49-page guide. Grab the 49-page guide, grab the WhatsApp group, get into the Facebook group for ongoing calls, advice, support like this. Any other questions from anybody else on the live today? Any other questions? Any other questions, guys? I think we'll probably end in like 10 minutes. We are actually moving places, so we're going to get a much better setup than this. I'm just sitting really uncomfortably right now and my legs are aching, so we'll probably have to end this very soon. But yeah, in the next few weeks, we're going to build a really sick studio. We're gonna have proper lighting. You know, we're going to have real cameras and everything, so we're going to do this a lot more like professionally. But look, we would appreciate your support. All we ask for really is that you share our content to other people that you know on social media, share our TikToks, share our Reels, share the YouTube channel, share the 49-page guide, so that we can help as many people as possible. I mean, the main reason I started this is because I really struggled to get a job, to break into the tech industry, because I went to a really shitty university. I went to one of the worst universities in the UK, and I really struggled, right? I struggled to get any internships. I struggled to get any good jobs out of university. My first job was paying me around $30,000 a year, and I hated that. I hated my life. I was like, this sucks. There has to be a better way. So I basically went on TikTok, went online, networked with loads of people, found a guy called Tom Tech Sales. He mentored me. He showed me the way. He showed me how much money he was making, and I quit my job there and then, and I basically worked my ass off to interview and talk to hundreds of people and hundreds of companies in 2021, tripled my salary, and now I couldn't be happier. So this is why I created this, and we would really, really appreciate your support and by sharing our content, right? Any final questions? Anyone else wants their CVs and LinkedIn profiles reviewed? I actually never realized how tiring reviewing people's CVs and LinkedIn profiles actually is. It's actually really tiring.
Imagine how recruiters or HR must feel.
Yeah.
You just know they're throwing CVs in the bin.
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
have to.
They don't have to do that much work these days because it's all automated. Yeah, pretty much the entire recruitment process is automated. When I was asked to interview a solution engineer at the company that I work for, I showed up to the meeting, and I swear to God, I didn't look at his CV because I didn't have time. I didn't look at his profile summary on the job application process because I didn't have time, and I just didn't have time. So
Yeah.
the guy that we hired in the end was the guy that made the best impression. The first impressions is literally what counts. Everything else is automated. I was called up to interview the guy. I didn't look at his CV. I didn't look at his profile summary. I didn't look at his LinkedIn. I just jumped on, and whoever made the first best impression and answered the questions in the best way possible got the job, whether he was qualified or not.
That's crazy, because actually, even in the team that I work in right now, for those of you who don't know, I'm a trainee solicitor, almost finished and about to qualify. The partner in the team, so for any of you who are familiar with the legal process, the recruitment process anyway, know how difficult it is to actually become a trainee solicitor and get a training contract. And we have so many stages through that process, and one of them is an assessment centre. And on the assessment centre, they usually introduce lots of different teams, blah blah blah, then they'll come on, do work experience. The partners of each of the teams that I've worked in run away from it. They're literally oh, can anybody else do it? And they'll try and delegate it to anybody. They just do not want to be there. And I actually have a recent video up where I was going through an interview process, and I was being interviewed by two women. One of them was rolling her eyes at me. I knew she didn't want to be there.
Yep.
She just did not want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the feedback that I got, I remember it was specifically a commercial awareness question. And obviously, I think Brexit was going on at the time and stuff. And my go-to commercial awareness answer would always relate to AI and how it affects the legal industry. And I remember talking about that, specifically legal technology and stuff. When I got my feedback, I didn't get through, and I just knew I wasn't going to, because she just seemed so disinterested and disengaged. The feedback that I got was, oh yeah, she talked about Brexit, and it didn't seem like she knew what she was talking about. I never mentioned Brexit once because I knew I didn't know anything about Brexit. So the feedback was actually made up.
Yeah.
It was literally made up. I remember challenging it, and like nothing happened after that. So yeah, it just goes to show you, like, people don't actually want to be there.
Yeah, totally. Like, nobody wants to be there. Nobody wants to be there. So you really need to, once you fix your CV, once you fix your LinkedIn profile, once you reach out to loads of recruiters, get comfortable with the interview process. It can be really difficult if you don't have much experience. It is really tough. Like, there's 4 to 6 stages in the interview process for tech sales or even tech jobs in general. And you'll struggle if you don't have experience. So just get 20, 30, 40 interviews under your belt. By the 20th, 30th, 40th, you'll get the job. I mean, I actually went through like 50 interviews before I got my current job. I interviewed at every tech company that you can possibly imagine until I got this job. And it was because I sucked at the interview process. I hadn't had that many interviews before that.
Sorry, that comment is making me laugh.
What's the comment?
I just joined. I don't use TikTok at all.
Yeah, no worries. We'll probably end it in a couple of minutes, guys. But look, if you have any questions about the tech sales industry, about the about the interview process, about the salary, about the pay, about the about CVs, about the interview process, LinkedIn profiles, or how you should go about actually getting into this industry, feel free to comment below, or join as a guest on the live. Happy to answer any questions that you have, but we'll probably end in a couple of minutes. So
yeah. So I'm actually getting loads of emails every day from LinkedIn telling me about new job opportunities because I ticked open to work. Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. What's the question? Okay, I think there's no question. So I think we'll just leave it here for today. Moving forward, we'll probably change the time till about maybe 8 p.m. or earlier. I think there's no question. So I think we'll just leave it here for today. Moving forward, we'll probably change the time till about maybe 8 p.m. or earlier, just so that. And every Wednesday at 8 p.m. UK time from now on, we'll update you in the WhatsApp chat, in the WhatsApp group, and in the Facebook group. And I think that's it, right?
Yeah, that's everything.
If there's no other questions from anyone watching, we will end it here and see you all on Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Cheers. Bye-bye.